Alright, so this is my weekly review of my trades. I'm gonna go over them. I think the screenshot will probably be the best thing to do. I took a total of about 10 trades. I took 6 on the first day back trading. That's a lot. And I took 4 the next day following. Yeah. So where is it? Let me just keep that up and my notes up. All right. Yeah. So I took a total of 10 trades. Um, Mostly the majority of them were losses. About a good all of them. Maybe one winner, one real actual winner. I did have one with for stop loss or break even, but actually one that actually where the plan was followed and I went with. So let's try to go over them quickly. And started from the 29th and the 30th. So a little backstory is that I was doing a lot of back testing during the previous weeks, and everything was looking good. Um, and then when I came back, felt like I just threw all of the idea kind of away, or I didn't fully um, understand the idea of what I was trying to do. So, trying to figure out what happened and how could I improve, so that way this doesn't happen again, or at least it's reduced. So, the first trade um, was this. This is the first trade. I entered here when this looked like it was going to break out of this level here. Instead of waiting for it to, well, this broke out of the level on the 1 minute, but instead of waiting for it to close on the 5 minute, I didn't wait for that to happen, and I ended up, let me see, make sure here, yeah, I ended up exiting the trade early because I knew that we didn't fully close, and I saw you exit the trade early, which made sense for me. So that one was a loss. It was a pretty big loss because I traded one ES, so about 212. So about, what was that? 4 points. About 4 points loss on this one here. And then on the second trade, I took the reversal because we're on top of this, and I noticed that um, we had this volume here on the 5 minute that held. I said, okay, well, reversal would be good. We're aiming to go up here to this level, but my goal is actually to get it here. So this trade here actually made sense to be in. Uh, I had made a note. This trade, though badly entered, had potential. I exited the trade early. So for this one here, as you can see that, let's find the exit one. So price pushed up and then it pushed down. And I said, oh, you know what? I don't really like what's going on. So I exited the trade early. My stop loss was right down here below the 5 minute. I should have entered a little bit here or waited for an actual pullback. Either way, I exited the trade here before the 564275 area was ever hit. And then upon exiting that trade, that one was another about a 2.5 point loss. I was risking a little bit more, but 2.5 point loss. Then the third trade I entered just about as soon as I exit that trade, I entered right away. Right, still using the 1 minute as my facilitator of entries when I should have been focusing on the 5 minute. This is the only one that was a 5 minute. The first trade was a 1 minute. Second trade was a 5 minute. Made sense because we held. So I used it as a guide for the direction. It's not the best guide, but it's much more. It's a lot better than the 1 minute. So I entered here. I made the stop loss a little higher. This one went to the level, but not the target, and then I allowed it to come all the way back down and stop me out. Not stop me out, but I exit somewhere around here when the price was coming down. I said okay, and so that one was about a 3.5 point loss. So after those three hits, I said, you know what? I have to size down. Something's not happening. Something's not going right. I'm exiting too soon. I'm too jitty, right? I could have. This would have been a nice exit here. This was almost a 10 point move. You know, I should have exit somewhere here. You know, if it was a 6 point move, and that would have at least covered most of my losses. This would have covered all of my losses just about, because the first trade was um, calculated real quickly. Let's just do this. Um, 50 times, let's say it's 9. Yeah, minus 212 minus 125. Right. So I would have been up just about close to break even. Right. If I was 50 times 7 minus 212 minus 125, I would have been at just about break even. So I should have just taken the exit at the level, but I was looking for more. I was looking for this here, which was like another 5 points, but ended up price came all the way back down like very quickly. Oh, for this one here also, my phone went off and I was on a phone call that caught my attention. My phone should have been on mute, but my watch and my phone was ringing, and then when I came back to the charts, I wasn't really fully focused, and then this happened, and I was like caught like a deer in the headlight, and I didn't know what to do. So I exited the trade. I think somewhere around here. I exit at 48. So yeah, so right down here, basically at the low of this here, right, in price bounce. So that was that trade. And then I took one more trade, I think around that area. No, and that was it for me trying to go long. So the idea of the long went well. The short idea was not smart. We never fully closed on the 5 minute. This probably would have been the only one I could have tried, but then would have been battling this, and we're above my level. Would have to be below the level for me to go short. All right, so then the fourth trade, I did try to go short. Once again, I entered before the 5 minute setup and close. This was good. This was good. This was good. I just needed now a 5 minute level, 5 minute candle bar to close, either close to or a retest. So when I tried to go short, and I think this is where I just got exhausted because this was like my fourth trade, and idea was good, ended up getting stopped out, right? And then if I go to the regular charts, I don't think I have it up to be seen. I think this might be closest, right? As you can see, right around where I got stopped out at, which was this was the one I said I was good. Where I got stopped out somewhere here, and then price did this. So idea was good, but I just needed to wait for the 5 minute to give me my level of entry. So that one idea was also good, but poor execution. So basically, for the most part, most of these have been poor execution. Wow, it really has been poor execution. And then I took a trade. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go to the fifth trade. So the fifth trade, I was trying to go long, right? We came down to my area of interest. Price held. Did it hold yet? Or it was going to hold. And once again, as it never fails, I used the 1 minute as my entry. All right, poor levels, but still using 1 minute as an entry. I did have a nice stop loss area, um, and I like the fact that we held up here, but we were fighting all of this selling pressure that we had right here. If you go into 1 minute, you can see I marked it, marked this one, and then that one was basically this line here, which is where I was trying to get to. So this is the strongest selling pressure. So, but we had some strong selling pressure that came in, and they were basically shutting price down. That one I somehow closed out for break even, for a quarter of a point. I think I went to micros around this time. Um, yeah, yeah. For this one and the previous one, I went to micros. Um, the other micro one would have been nice if I was able to catch this drop. So I ended up exiting the trade when it came back down here, right? Stop loss area was good. We never came back down to it. I took a sixth trade, right? My stop loss still were here, but then I made it a little higher. I think. Why did I even enter this one? Same thing, 1 minute. Um, Sixth trade was at 5:15:05. 15:05. So we're coming back up. So I said once again that was a 1 minute entry because this one closed down here and then pushed up. All right, if anything, it would have been like a good retest of this break. If I wasn't able to enter here and this was too high, I could have just waited for that pullback and enter on the 1 minute. That would have been the only reason to enter this trade at this level here. And I didn't mark the exit, so let me go to the actual charts to find it. So this one came in at 15:05. 15:05. So close of that candle, so around here. My stop loss was like right there. So I probably got fully realized on this trade. 5603. What was my exit? 609. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5609. Entry was what? I'm trying to go long. 5612. 5609. So maybe I move my stop loss. Maybe I exit right away. Oh, I think something just stopped me out. I think that one just got stopped out. I don't know why. I think something stopped me out. One of them, I remember the price just stopped me out. Either this one or the previous one. Something just stopped me out where it was just like, okay, enough trading. No idea. I didn't hit my max daily limit, so I'm not sure what happened, but I got fully like real like just stopped, and where price just stopped, and I was like, okay, whatever. So either way, if it didn't stop me out, I would have gotten stopped out because my stop loss was 5603. It was like right around here, so this would have stopped me out before price kind of started going in my direction. My initial stop loss was good. I just couldn't get there. Eventually, the next day we went to a little higher. I think right around here is where I was trying to get out at 5630. So here, right? So we went there at the opening at the beginning of the trading session around the 3:30 mark. So those were my trades from Thursday back. It was a big hit, almost like $600 loss, I would say, for the day. So the next day I said, okay, I'm going to size down. I'm going to go down into just trading 3 micros. and I'm gonna risk no more than 300 for the day because just to give myself some time. So I did that, and let's go into the screenshots again. Um, so let's go into the screenshots. All right, so I took an entry here. I was trying to go long in supply. Don't know why, or at supply. It wasn't even through supply. I think I was using the volume of the I was using the area of the news for a reason to hold price because we broke above it and like we're holding. And just like before, using the 1 minute, got wrecked. Should have been looking for shorts. We had a nice hold what was gonna happen here with this one here, and I had a nice short possibility. But I was trying to go long. That one hurt. I stopped out. I tried it again for a right here. I tried it again for a second time. Second entry. Tried to go long. Got stopped out. Alright. Tried to go long. Got stopped out. Once again, still using the 1 minute. Third entry. Third entry. Kind of somewhat waited 4 to 5 minutes to close. I felt kind of good. Did the 5 minute close on that one? Let me see. Third entry was at 36, so 35, 34, 35. No, 5 minute did not close on this one yet. So I'm still using the 1 minute as the entry. I did like this drop pull out, but I was still using the 1 minute as my entry. The 1 minute did eventually close outside of the level, and I felt good because this is where my level was supposed to be at. As far as my entry, even though, but we're still going into supply. So what happened? We went up and then got rejected strongly. Boom. And I think this one I got fully realized on that one too. Yeah, so 3 trades trying to go long at supply. I don't know why I was being so stubborn, but all of them wrecked my idea. This one here, I should have bought down here. So I was saying, okay, maybe we're bouncing now, double bounce. We're holding the news, but none of it made sense. You know, if anything, I should have entered down here towards the bottom. You know, which we didn't get, and this was too high, or needed to get another pullback. So that wrecked me. The last the last trade I took was here. We broke initial balance. We were at my demand area. Look like we're still selling. So I took the opportunity to take it short. Once again, I entered on the 1 minute. So I don't know why. Most of these ideas, I believe, when I back tested it, the 5 minute was sufficient. The 1 minute I didn't really need. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. But the 5 minute was like the high probability trade. But anyways, I entered this trade here. If I waited for the 5 minute, it would have been the same thing, or close to. And then I said I'm gonna take my exit at my level, no matter what. If it's short or whatever, I'm not gonna try to have it break all the way through. Thank goodness I did, because it touched, and I just took the exit, and then price started to reverse. Here, and then price started to reverse, and that probably would have freaked me out. And then price eventually, like almost an hour later, went a little lower. So, which was how many points? Let's just say I was exit here. So about, oh wow, it's a good amount of points, 10 points. All right. So, but I would have been fighting for these 2 points, which doesn't make sense, you know. But yeah. And then I saw a potential reversal area, but I am continuously modifying my trading to fit my levels. So I do have a new plan that I'm consistently working on, that I'm going to work on implementing for the coming week. But this was a good thing. I'm going to probably size down again, maybe I'm gonna keep it at 300 for my max loss, or maybe 150 and just trade one micro, because obviously one micro gave me almost 100 bucks, which is good um, on those moves. So maybe just go one micro and risking just 150 for the max, and then seeing how price work. So, so 150 max daily loss, and then one micro. So I'm gonna, and that's only 5 bucks each. So I'm gonna have to figure out how can I get a good amount of trades within that. So actually, I could just do that math now. That way, I can and then get going. 150 divided by 5. That's about 30 points. So about, let's say about 10 points max on each, right? Or 150 divided by 5, right? And then divide that by 6. So 6 points will give me 5 trades. 10 points will give me 3 trades. So I'm probably gonna be risk somewhere between 6 to 10 points each. So and then most of my trades been around that range between 6 to 10. So I probably have about 4 trades I can take with commission. So about 4 trades, risking 150. So that way, and then if it works consistently, I'll scale up. Because I really need to make sure that the levels and ideas I'm trading work, not the profits I'm trying to take. So that's it for me for today. All right, and the market is closed. Is it closed? Either closed or half day on Monday. Okay, it is a holiday. Adios.